Investors and traders, welcome to the channel Market Chart Pattern. Today is 5th of May 2025. Hope everyone is having a good day. We'll take a look at the key US technology stocks in this video. So let's start by taking a look at the Meta stock. And as always, this video is for educational purposes only. It is not a financial advice. This is daily chart. We had been watching for this ABCD pattern in the orange, and we have seen a really nice bounce of this. So in fact, it did a double bottom right here, right at the 38.2% retracement. Also a 78.6% retracement of these lows from here. And we were initially, it went rallied right into the 38.2% retracement of this swing high to this swing low, and then we saw the market come back, test the bottom of this low, or made another low, and that was the double bottom. Now we have seen a nice rally, and this has gone above the 38.2% retracement. So let me actually move this one over. So what we can see is this swing has been taken out, and now it's just battling with the 78.6% retracement of the CD leg. So this is really good. It's a good price action. The stock has also left this gap here, and I would imagine if we get some resistance from the 78.6% retracement, it's likely to come back, fill back in this gap, and then what is going to be really nice is that we see something like this. So a swing, a move like this, and then it moves, boom. So that's going to be a motive move. So let's see what the price action will give us. But Meta is one of the magnificent 7 stocks, which is actually looking quite good. And then this is one of the stocks that we have been actually really bullish. You can see this is the big ABCD pattern. We had a target of $690, which was met back here in January, and after that we were just watching the market from the sidelines, and we saw a big drop of about 34%, nearly 35% for the stock, and now it is actually finding good support from 30.2% retracement, also the 89 weekly moving average. All right, so now let's take a look at Microsoft. Microsoft, as when I did the video on this subject last time, it's also one of the really good stocks now, and the reason is because you see this, it has actually done a retracement which is equal to the entire 2022 bear market. It came right to the 50% retracement level. We were watching this level, 38.2% retracement, followed by the 61.8% retracement, and it actually went above that last week. So that is really a good price action. And also notice that around this we have this red ABCD where the CD leg actually extended. I've not drawn it on the weekly chart. So what happens now is it looks like the Microsoft wants to go and test these highs and maybe make a new high as well, and it never really got below the 200-week moving average. So this stock is pretty strong actually. And let's take a look at this on the daily chart. And on the daily chart we can see that really nice gap, a pretty big gap when the market actually gapped up because of the earnings. So it's got a possibility we could see some sort of a pullback which could fill this gap, but the stock is pretty strong. That is good. And then if we take a look at the stock of Google, Google has actually also done where it retraced its 2022 bear market right into the 38.2% retracement. We were watching for the 38.2% retracement on this swing to the upside, this one, and this is what we have got now. For this one, for Google, in order to get stronger, it needs to get above the 38.2% retracement, also take out the swing high of 24th of March 2025. Then I think we can say that there's good strength coming into this stock. Right now it looks like a bounce, but kind of a weak bounce right into 38.2% retracement. I wouldn't be surprised if it pulls back a little bit as well, but pretty good support coming off the 30.2% retracement, We have the symmetry here as well, long time trend line, so a lot of things going on for the stock as well. Okay, so now let's take a look at Tesla. Here we go. So the Tesla stock, here we can see that the past week it did not do too much. It's just finding support from this key level. I'll show that to you on the daily chart. um, it's not even able to get to the 38.2% retracement, so there is weakness in this. However, this low right here is really good support around the 210 mark. So as long as it stays above that, it could be moving in a range between where it is right now to the bottom of this. Now the key is really that this pattern that we had been watching in ABCD right here, this zone, the market doesn't break it to the downside. If it does, then it's got a chance to go as low as $100 per share level. But right now, um, it's just holding right here. I think it could move in a range bound fashion for quite some time, which could be accumulation. So this one a little bit neutral on this, but quite optimistic that this support is being held. Now let's take a look at Amazon. Okay, so the Amazon stock, this is one of these stocks which is actually right into the crossfire because of the tariffs. A lot of stuff which is sold on Amazon.com is actually coming from manufactured in China and comes to the United States. Third-party sellers, Amazon retail themselves, they're selling it, and then of course the bigger brands. A lot of them actually get their stuff manufactured in China, so a lot of headwinds. And this is kind of being reflected in the stock as well. So it had a really nice support right here, which has been held. Then it did an A, B, C, D right here. Well, it's not a full blown A, B, C, D right now. Let me actually draw it for you. There you go. Boom, a little bit above, but it's just being capped right now by the 38.2% retracement. The stock has just gone nowhere, so it's got a chance to actually pull back into the range. This is on the daily chart, and if we take a look at this on the weekly chart, here we can see that the stock is just um, range bound, but still being held of the key support we saw on the daily chart. Now let's take a look at the Shopify. Let's see the Shopify guys, how they are doing it. And Shopify is also, it's kind of hanging in there. Here we can draw a trend line like this. Look, it's never been able to get above its 2021 highs. And then on the daily chart, there was a pattern we were watching. Here we go. And it's retraced right into the 50% after doing this really nice ABCD, which I've not drawn, but it's like this. Okay, so I think visually we should be able to see it now. There we go. That's the ABCD I'm talking about. And then we have seen a rally right at the 50%, but it's just not gone anywhere for quite a few days. So maybe it wants to pull back. So, but the good thing is just broke. You look at this trend line, the resistance line, that was the 135 pattern, and it was actually broken. So, but still, it could pull back a little bit. So, this is what we're watching in Shopify. Now let's take a look at NVIDIA. Here we go. So the NVIDIA, what we have seen is on the daily chart, after forming a three rise to bottom pattern, it has actually rallied quite a bit and right into 38.2% retracement. The bounce look a little bit anemic to me, and I think, in my opinion, we still have the bearish symmetry in play. So let me actually copy this one. Okay. That's not what I want. I just want this segment. Here we go. So this is the biggest rally we have seen, and here we go. And this rally is right into this ballpark figure as well. So it needs to beat or break the bearish symmetry for it to be able to move higher, and then it could find some resistance around $30 per share level as well. And on the weekly chart, we have a similar kind of picture. it just really needs to get stronger. In my opinion, the rally is just not strong enough at the moment. So one needs to be a little bit careful with NVIDIA. While we're on NVIDIA, let's take a look at AMD. And AMD is finding good support for a few weeks now from this really key level, which I'll show you on the daily chart. So we have this ABCD extended CD leg in blue, and we also have this red one right here, so confluence of number of patterns completing with key ratios right here. So in my opinion, it's really good support. It's a really important support. It's likely to be held, and we have seen a bounce so far. And if we just go back and see on the daily chart, it took the swing highs of the 9th of April. That is a good sign. And the largest rally in this leg here was by this much, and the market has gone a little bit above that, so that is also good. And then if we just look at this entire bear move, this is the biggest one which we have had. So let's see. Here we go. So I think this tells us that if this market is able to get above this 116 level, this swing high, then that will show a lot of strength coming into this. So let's keep on watching this one. And let me actually bring it my 20-day moving average as well. Here we go. So the price is also closing above the 20-day moving average. Is really good because shorter term traders like to take a look at this average. So now there's a chance it could pull back right into this average again, and then it'll be really nice if we begin to see a move like this. So I'll pull back right like this, ideally to the 38.2% retracement of this swing, and then we see a more move like this. That's going to be a really nice price action. But if we just look at this stock right here, after it was really hammered, it was doing several ABCD patterns, just the way it is doing right now in late October, in the October of 2022. A nice rally formed a double bottom, a double top, triple top formation, and then it retraced about 61.8% to 78.6% retracement, and this was a really nice point to buy. So I think patience is needed for this kind of stock, just because it has had a really big pullback. Now let's take a look at the crowd. A subscriber had asked me to take a look at this. Now the crowd, which is the crowd strike, I think I'll do a separate video on this, in which we take a look at this stock from a longer term perspective, from monthly charts to the weekly charts to daily charts. So right now I'm just doing a shorter synopsis of it. So what we have seen is, of course, the stock has had a pretty nice move to the downside. By nice I mean it went right into the 61.8% retracement, but it only happened after here we go after. So let's do it this way. You see this blue line, this is the ABCD. So it had completed its ABCD back in June of 2024. However, the momentum took the price a little bit higher, and then it had a pretty strong move to the downside, which went right into this 61.8% retracement of these lows right here. And then what we have seen is another nice rally for the stock. This one starting from August 2024 with a high of February of 2025, and in that what we have seen is basically this stock actually went going beyond this high right into the 1.272 times of the CD leg. So if this blue leg in this cycle could be extended like this, and if we just draw a retracement, let's see, we go back from here to here, and if I draw 38.2% retracement, so you can see that it just went right into this for the first time. This is when, of course, we were having the tariff talks, etc. It bounced back into it again, and then this is like a double bottom formation, and then we have seen a very nice rally of it, and it's just getting really close to making new highs right here. It's just kind of getting into that zone now. It has filled this gap, and there is a chance it could pull back a little bit, but looks like it wants to go and challenge its highs and make even new all-time highs. So on the weekly, I don't think I've done the analysis here, but I'll do a separate video about this one. But just to show you on the weekly longer term, what we can see is just draw a simple trend line. The trend line is still intact, but the market is also following some of the patterns or the cycles quite nicely. If we were to just take a look at this, there you go. So it's the 1.272, and then let's see if we get some expansion as well right here, and there you go, 1.618. So it expanded by 1.618 and 1.272 times CD leg being 1.272 times the AB leg. Pretty strong resistance level, and then we saw the stock move. Let's see by how much, about 34%, and the previous move we had seen was, oh, that was about 50% move that we had seen previously. So this one is slightly less severe, but still quite a lot. So this stock is, of course, there's a lot of volatility in this stock. It seems to be fine, moving along these technical patterns that we like to follow quite nicely, actually. So that's quite nice. So what to expect in this one? So here, let's actually draw this retracement, and there you go. So you can see how nicely it's following these ratios. There we go. This is the it just came right into the 61.8% retracement. And then let me actually draw this, which we actually had seen on the daily chart. Here we go. The 38.2% retracement, and it was within the 17 bucks. There you go. So that this is between 316 or 317 to 300, about 17 bucks range. Came right into it and then found good support. Two Fibonacci ratios coming together. And on the daily chart, I think I might be able to find some expansion levels as well, which I've not looked at on the weekly chart. So the chances are, if it just keeps on going strong, we could be just looking at quite easily the 1.272 expansion to 1.618 expansion of just this trading range right here. So 500 to 550 bucks per share level is what the stock could actually move up to. Of course, the key will be that this low is held. So if I were to show this to you on an ABCD structure, then there you go. There you have it. Boom. And this is, let me actually also show you something right there. Okay, let me get rid of this one. So what it will do is it will form a 3 drives to a top formation or a pattern. There we go, like this. We'll have A, B, C, D, one-to-one price projection, and then we'll have what we have right here is 1.272. Let me actually highlight it for you. 1.272 expansion of this range, and then we'll have the 1.618. Well, before that we will have the 1.272, and after that finally 1.618 times the expansion of this range, and we'll have a really nice symmetry in between. And ABCD, that's going to be a 3 drives to a top formation. It does not mean that's going to be a final top in the stock. It means that the chances increase that we could see a pullback, something like this. I don't know if it will be as severe as this one, but the chances is we'll see some sort of a pullback. And if you look at this one, this is actually going to be something like, let me just change the color here to purple, let's say. And let me just copy this like this. So you can view this as a channel formation, but most likely it is actually a pennant like this, or a wedge formation. And then as just the way the market will move, we can adjust the stop line, but it's going to be that sort of formation of a wedge. Okay, so I hope you'll find this analysis useful. Now let's take a look at Roblox. Here we go. So Roblox, look, last week it was pretty strong, and I think we are in this ABCD, and we can see Roblox hitting about $100 on the weekly chart. And let's take a look at this on the daily. So I don't know what happened today, but there was just nothing, no volume, etc. I have no idea if there was some news about it, but it looks like it wants to go higher. Roblox, and then Netflix. There we go. Netflix, right at the 1.272 expansion. If it doesn't, it looks quite overbought to me. Look at number of white candles right here. Maybe it wants to pull back a little bit, but even it's got a 1,215. It could reach there. This is going to be the shorter term kind of target. Let me see if I'm forgetting any stock. Z-scaler. Let me move to. Yeah, so it's quite an interesting. Z-scaler has moved into a zone I had drawn right here on the daily and on the weekly chart. Yeah, I think I think we are in the CD leg higher, but it's just the week has just started. The previous week was also good because it closed above this range, and if you look at this, it's also forming sort of. Let me actually try drawing it like this. There we go. So you can see that this round bottom formation, kind of round bottom here. It's not as round as this one, but this is the kind of shape it seems to be taking. And then it just took out this resistance level as well last week. So looks good for Z-scaler. Now let's see if any other stock that I am missing. IBM. There we go. So IBM is in this zone. It gives a really nice dividend, but I think it's just not going anywhere. It's just in a range right now. And I think this is all the main stocks that we like to cover. I hope I've not missed any one of the stocks that we usually cover. So we have covered Google, Microsoft, Tesla, Apple. Oh, I'm gonna forget. Here we go. So Apple is it's quite an interesting one in the sense that look, it found support, had a rally, and now it's just not going anywhere after hitting this kind of level that we were watching for. And if I show this to you on the daily chart, here we go. So after having this really nice ABCD formation with the extended CD leg, it bounced, and we had actually come up with these two box as the region the Apple is likely to go into and find resistance. So it went right to the 50%, right into this box configuration, and it's just pulled back. That is something we need to be a little bit careful about. Now we know that Apple is quite impacted by this whole tariff situation because the iPhones being manufactured in China. So I'm really optimistic, and I think I'm very optimistic that really clever management of Apple is going to figure out something. They are going to figure out how to deal with the tariff situation. They've already flown in a lot of iPhones, via air shipments. It was in the news a few weeks ago. So in meantime, while the stock is already in the United States, I think they're going to figure out how to deal with this and have their supply chain move to perhaps less tariff countries somehow. I don't know exactly the logistics of it, but Tim Cook is a fantastic guy when it comes to supply chain and logistics. So he is going to figure out, and the management is going to figure out something. So I remain cautiously optimistic with Apple that they should be able to resolve this kind of issue. But from a technical perspective, what we are looking at is basically where we have this situation that it went into the resistance areas, moved lower. So watching this one is possible. It just wants to come back towards the bottom end of this range and then accumulate right here, and then we could see a motive move, but it's following the patterns quite nicely thus far. Okay, so this is what we are watching in the key US technology stocks that we like to follow. So thank you very much for watching the video, and if you like our technical analysis, then please do subscribe to the channel, and if you do, then hit that bell icon button. That way you'll know when the new videos are posted and you will not miss anything. And please do also hit the like button. I will really appreciate that. It just helps me to give an idea that my content is people find it of educational value, so it just helps me to give motivation to bring more videos for you guys. And if you want to support the channel, then the link for the donation is also in the description. I will really appreciate that because it will just help me cover with some subscription costs, etc. So thank you very much again for watching the video. Good luck, good trading, and speak to you guys soon.